It's a real Gen X fest this week at the Bitchin' Boutique. I mean, it always is, but, like, first off, we keep losing our icons, and that sucks. But there's also people out there pretending to be other icons, and that's fun. And hey, if you're here from the Shout It Out Loud cast, you definitely better listen all the way to the end, because there's a little something there you might like. Welcome to Pitney and Amelia's Bitchin' Boutique.
We may be awful, but we're right.
Oh my god. Well, by the time this comes out, this will be old news, but it's still fresh when we're recording this. But goddamn, Paul Reubens, R.I.P. Pee Wee Herman. It's so goddamn depressing.
Oh, I know. And what did he got arrested for... What was it, like getting his dick sucked in a sex shop or something?
No, it was back in the days of porno theaters. He was just in a porno theater and he had his dick in his hand. That's all.
Oh,
that's all
the
it was.
Porno theater.
It was.
And that's what porno theaters are for.
It is literally the reason why they existed, and there was nothing wrong with what he was doing.
Oh, God, no. I think it's fabulous.
It's exactly why those places existed, and there was nothing wrong with it, and he wasn't doing anything that anyone else wasn't doing in there, and there was nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. It was a porno theater.
And it really made, at the time, it really made me very angry that people made such a big deal out of it.
Oh, I know, and I remember, and I was just like, whatever. It's like, I go to those places all the time. I don't give a shit.
Well, and the thing was, people were like, but he's a children's entertainer. And it's like, he never set out to be a children's entertainer.
No, absolutely not.
Just because someone decided that this character that he created as part of an improv troupe with fucking Cassandra Peterson and Phil Hartman and all these other, in the fucking Groundlings, where, like, every comedian, every comic actor everybody knows came from the fucking Groundlings. He's, like, best friends with fucking Elvira, Mistress of the Dark.
Who is so not for children.
Who is also not for children, and yet children love her anyway.
Yeah.
But, he was just because the character he was playing was childlike doesn't mean it was intended for children.
Yeah.
The original Pee-wee's
Now that you
Playhouse.
say that, I remember. Yeah, I remember the details now.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
The original Pee-wee's Playhouse was a stage show that was based on old school kiddie shows, but it was not for children. It had, like, a drunken sea captain played by Phil Hartman, and had all kinds of weird-ass shit going on. It had, like, this queer genie in a box, and all,
Well, it always had that, but,
But it was, like, it was really fucking subversive and weird, and it was,
Yeah.
But the fact that kids liked it, when he made the Pee-wee's Big Adventure movie... That wasn't made for kids either. That was made for us.
No. Yeah.
Everything about Pee-wee was for us. And he belonged to our generation, not the children who were younger than us. And even though they liked him too, he was ours.
Yes, amen.
And it did break my heart. Did you see the statement that was put out when he died?
Oh, I think so. The one that he said about
where he was apologizing.
I'm sorry for not
that
saying what had been going on. Yeah,
that made me cry. That was so. That broke my heart.
Now, what was it? Was it cancer?
It was cancer.
I remember I did see that statement. Oh, it was cancer.
It was cancer,
okay.
And he never released that information. He didn't let anyone know that he was sick. Nobody, nobody except the people closest to him knew that he was even sick. And he had all kinds of plans and things, and it just caught up with him.
Yeah, because I remember, I texted you about, I didn't know that he was such close friends with Cassandra Peterson, a.k.a. Elvira.
I didn't know you didn't know that.
And she had posted all these pictures of them together from semi-recently to a long time ago, and it was really charming because I really didn't know.
I mean, you remembered that she was in Pee-wee's Big Adventure, right? That she played the biker mama?
I've seen that movie, once.
Oh my God,
I don't
dude.
remember anything about it.
Oh my God. It's one of my favorite movies. It's been a while since I've watched it.
Yeah, I literally remember nothing.
It's been a while since I've watched it, but it's one of those movies that I don't feel like I have to watch it because I think I watched it so many times it's kind of in my head and I can just run through it in my head because it's already in there.
Well, maybe I need to watch it because I think I've seen it once.
Oh my God.
And it was probably back when I was with and I don't remember anything from back then,
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, you should totally watch it again. It's so sweet and wonderful and crazy, and there's so many good people in it. Of course, so many of them aren't with us anymore, which is sad.
Yeah.
I mean, even
even
Amazing Larry isn't with us anymore.
Yeah, and I don't know why this is a thing, but somehow in my mind, I associate that movie with the worst person in the world. And I don't know why, but somehow I do.
Oh.
And I don't know if we saw it together, if somehow...
Oh, God, I don't think so.
Maybe the character of Pee Wee Herman in a perverse way reminds me of him.
No.
I don't know.
No, that's not possible. No, that's not possible at all. No. Oh, God.
I know, but somehow in my mind there's some, connection there, and I'm like, eh.
Oh, I can't imagine.
And it's almost like a mental block, eh.
Oh, no,
no,
it's almost offensive that you would even connect the two of them.
I know, right?
Oh,
but
God.
let's talk about... Okay, I always assumed that he was gay. Always.
I always thought there was a good possibility of it, but since he died, I started looking because I couldn't believe that I never heard anything about any kind of relationship ever.
Yeah.
And since he died, the only people I ever heard him associated with were people he'd worked with or people he was friends with, from the Groundlings. And the only relationship I have heard anything with, and someone mentioned it somewhere, and then I looked on Instagram. Do you know the actress? You probably don't because you don't know who anybody is.
Yeah.
The actress Debbie Mazur.
Yeah. Oh God, no.
She might be someone. I have this feeling she might be friends with Madonna. So you might know her if you saw her. But I'm gonna text you. I'm texting you an Instagram post. It has three pictures of her with him together. But while it's coming to you, I'm going to read the post. It says, Paul, you were one of the great loves of my life. Thank you for seeing me, breaking the mold, crazy fun, endless laughter, joy, tears, realness. I'm still in shock with your departure. Playing Prince records right now on repeat, revisiting magical memories. Your last words to me I'll never forget. Ciao for now, my darling. My condolences to Allison, no idea who Allison is, and all his beloved friends and fans. And it's just 3 really cute pictures of the two of them together. And then
Oh, yeah, I know. I'm seeing the pictures.
Does she look familiar to you?
No, but he's also totally gay.
He actually, in the first picture of him
totally
with her,
gay.
when he's in the tux, He looks like my ex-boyfriend, the comic. Like if you put like a curly... the way he's smiling in that picture, he looks so much like Funny Boy. He looks so much
But
like
yeah,
him.
totally gay. And the funny thing is, like, when he was younger, he was hot.
Oh, he was always hot.
Oh my god, he was hot.
He was hot as fuck. And the thing...
You know, and like what happened in his life or in his suburban white American upbringing that he was not able to come out. Because I'm sorry, he is gayer than RuPaul, gayer than Liberace.
I honestly am not sure. I feel like if he had ever been with a guy, I feel like we would have heard something about it. But the thing about this relationship with her is I looked on her Wikipedia page after I found out about this and saw her post about it. It said... I actually pulled up her Wikipedia page so that I could read it. Oh, damn it. I'm sorry, I have something opened up.
Of course.
Okay, it says personal life. Prior to her marriage, Mazar dated actor Paul Reubens for several years, beginning in 1993. Reubens later credited Mazar with ending his depression resulting from his 1991 arrest. According to Mazar, the relationship was never consummated. So even though they dated for years, it was a platonic relationship.
Oh, totally gay. Totally gay.
I think he may have just been asexual. Because...
That's possible.
Because he just kind of seemed very comfortable in that sort of... He never played a character that wasn't completely asexual.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's like
I don't know. Very interesting.
I can't think of any part that he ever played that wasn't sort of a man-child. Like, even outside of the Pee Wee Herman thing.
But I kind of see
Although
him
that
as
he didn't
kind of
play
like
that.
Liberace. I see him as Liberace. Like, such an obvious fucking fag. But also, like, oh, it would never be spoken. You know, I kind of see Pee Wee Herman like that.
I don't think he was super queenie. I just think he was hot. I just think he was really hot.
He was really hot when he was young. Yeah.
He's so fucking hot. He
was really hot.
One of my favorite things. So one of my favorite things that I found in recent days, because I was looking for all these old, pictures of him, and his little kind of like the little thing you leave with people, casting people and whatever. That I can't remember what they're called, but my cousin who used to model had one of these, and that has like his height and weight and hair color and eye color on it. And his height 5'10.5", weight 130 pounds, and I'm like, God, he's such a snack.
Oh my God, I used to weigh that I think when I first moved to Austin, I weighed that.
Yes, when you had like your 28-inch waist, when you were all upset that one time, when you could no longer fit in your 28-inch waist jeans. Yeah. And I was like, shut the fuck up.
Remember in my size 12 girls' hot pants?
Yes. Which is like 7th grade girls' clothes.
That just reminded me of something. Our dear, lost, deceased friend Lisa.
Oh my God.
I remember, she always had guys that were trying to date her,
Yeah.
And she was never interested in them.
No.
Well, I remember this one guy, and then a really, really nice guy, and I'd gone over, to them, and we had wine, and blah blah blah. And I think it was in the dungeon. So
yes,
it was an interesting evening. But then I remember talking to her afterwards, and I was like, "Well, I bet he was really hot when he was 17."
Wait, she said that, or you said that?
No, I said that.
Oh God.
And she was so horrified. She was like, well, what do you think? I was like, well, I bet he was really hot when he was 17.
Oh, my God.
like Paul Reubens.
Well, one of the pictures that I sent you was his high school senior yearbook picture.
Yeah?
And I'm like, ugh, edible.
Oh,
absolutely edible. I'd tear him up, man.
Maybe
God
he
damn
needed you, yeah.
Uh,
Maybe you'll reincarnate and you and Pee Wee will get it on.
well, there's that certain detail of my husband. But, I don't think he'd feel too good about that. But
although you never know. You could be into some Pee Wee and you don't know.
We don't have that kind of relationship. But God, it's like to lose Pee Wee Herman so soon after losing Sinead O'Connor. I was immediately like, oh my God, if GenX loses someone else of great significance, that immediately, I was immediately like, my brain was going, like, I was really, I'm knocking the wood that's right here next to me. I was my brain immediately went to when Madonna fainted not so long ago, and I was just like, God, bitch, you take your fucking vitamins. We're not losing Madonna this month. We're not.
Oh my God, I would have to be sedated.
We're not. This is not the time. We cannot.
I would have to be sedated. I was bad enough when Chester Bennington died.
I know.
But if Madonna died, yeah, seriously, I'd have to be sedated.
Like, I can't even think of who else. Like, Sinead O'Connor, Pee Wee Herman. I don't know who else it could be that could.
What if the guy from Kaja Gugu died?
That's true. There's always Limahl. Someone do a welfare check on Limahl. Or the other guy, guy from Wham. No, actually, the other guy from Wham is doing fine.
My God, he's been all over the news lately because of some book, right?
No, it was a documentary. I was on Netflix.
Oh, the documentary. He's been all over the news, and I'm like, oh my God, he isn't like an old bald fucking queen. Just like me.
He's not a queen.
Worse.
He's married to one of the girls. He's married to one of the girls from Bananarama.
Oh my God! Tell me he's not straight. Really?
He's absolutely straight. He was never ever. He was 100% George's little straight friend in school. George.
Oh my God! How can that man be straight? My goodness.
George was the tubby, unattractive kid in school, and Andrew was the hot kid who was popular. And who became the ugly kid's friend.
Really?
Totally. And then...
Oh, that's so interesting, because I just assumed because George Michael was such a queen.
Of course he was.
I just thought Andrew Ridgely was a big old queen, too.
Andrew absolutely wasn't. Andrew was out there slaying all the pussy. And George was...
Wow, because their music was so faggy.
Because George... wrote most of it.
Well, yeah.
And because it was pop, and pop music just is. I mean...
But their music was so faggy, oh my God.
Well, pop music is faggy. I'm not saying
that in a bad way, I'm just saying
There's no such thing as non-faggy pop music.
Well, that's true.
I mean, for reals. But you should watch that documentary. You would love it. It's really fabulous. I mean, there's a lot of people... But is it on like
Netflix or something?
What?
Is it on Netflix?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe, yeah, because I'm kind of intrigued.
And
I was never a fan of them, but it'd be interesting to see.
It's like 90 minutes. It's not super long.
Oh, I would enjoy it. Yeah. Maybe I will, yeah. Like I said, I've never liked them particularly, but...
But it's...
I remember when... that George Michael album came out, his solo album, and it had that song Freedom on it. I really liked that song.
Yeah.
Freedom. And he may have had, I don't even remember, but I remember buying the cassette and really not liking any of the rest of it.
Well, this isn't about his solo career at all, because it's about Wham.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah,
about,
but I'm just saying, yeah.
And one of the things that's really cool about it is that it's about them growing up, because they met when they were like 11, you know.
Okay.
And it about how they performed their last concert. They split up as a band because they decided, yeah, it's best for us to split up now, and let's not be, basically let's stop doing this while we're one of the biggest bands in the world. We did exactly what we set out to do. We're a huge pop act. We have a big hit album, and everyone's screaming, and they're all screaming for us, and we're going to do a big concert, and then we're going to walk away.
See, that's fabulous.
Yeah. And they basically are like, and we're not going to be like old people touring around and playing our little hits over and over and over again.
Like the New Kids on the Block, who have no business still being the New Kids on the Block.
All of them, like almost all of them, who just won't fucking stop. Oh, speaking of people who need to stop so that other people can, you just went and saw a KISS tribute band, which completely blew my mind, because I was under the impression that KISS tribute bands had all stopped because they were all waiting for KISS to fucking sit down and shut up so the KISS tribute bands could all come back.
Yeah. Oh my god, it was so fucking fabulous.
I miss the KISS tribute bands. I love the KISS tribute bands.
I was there right against the stage on the Gene side.
Oh, which is right where I always want to be.
Yeah, my cousin went with me, and I was like, so do you want to be on the Gene side, or do you want to be on the Paul side? And of course, he had no idea what I was talking about.
He's just like, whatever. I don't. Yeah.
But I was on the Gene side, and I was like so fucking there. In fact, I sent you a really shitty.
Yeah, you sent me a lot of little shitty
video of him
videos.
spitting blood.
Yeah.
But when I filmed it, it's in really sharp resolution.
You're just gonna have to.
I'll send it to you so you can see it good.
Yeah, put it on like our Google Drive or something. Do that.
Yeah.
So I can watch it on the computer. Yeah.
But they were fucking fabulous, and they did, because they were at the fair.
The Santa Clara County Fair, which I have great memories of that fair.
And there is a sound curfew, and there's regulations regarding pyro, because they always do like flame pods and stuff. They weren't able to do that.
Oh my god. Okay.
And they had to do a truncated show.
Right.
So I think their show is an hour and 15. And I think that their show is probably about 2 hours normally, right?
Right.
Or maybe 2.5.
Like a standard KISS concert is like a solid 2
but anyway,
hours.
they had to cut off a bunch of songs. But it was fabulous. They did Radioactive from the Gene solo album.
Oh my god!
Which is fucking amazing, because they were reproducing the Unmasked tour from Australia of 1980.
That's nuts! That's
And they
crazy.
had those costumes. They had Eric Carr and not Peter Criss.
Yay!
And they totally, their normal show is to reproduce that entire Unmasked show.
That's nuts. And for the listeners...
So they cut out, they did not do Talk to Me, which is from Unmasked.
Wow.
And they did it on the tour, but they didn't do this because nobody knows what the fuck it is, right? They did not do Firehouse because it involves...
Because it's fire.
Breathing fire, and
fire
they weren't allowed to do it, so they just didn't do Firehouse.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's other songs that they didn't do, but they did do Shandy.
Oh my god. So the listeners need to understand, the listeners who don't know KISS, they need to understand that the Unmasked tour in Australia is one of the highlights of the entire history of the band, because Peter Criss was gone. They got this new drummer, this new little angel, and he just got so much new energy in the band, this cute little cutie pie, and they toured Australia, and they were so fucking huge in Australia.
They were fucking superstars there. It was insane.
And this album was very poppy and fun, and it was huge in Australia, like the rest of the world.
Actually, every place in Europe, every place in the world other than here.
Other than here, because everyone here decided it was pussy metal.
Yeah, yes. People here are lame because AC/DC is a good band. They're lame, you know.
But AC/DC's Australian, so that's what's strange. You know, it's just like,
I know,
it's like,
but
I mean, I like AC/DC, but all their songs are the same song.
Yeah,
but
they fucking did Shandy.
But Shandy is such a great song, and it's so romantic.
And I screamed, and I danced, and I sang along, and oh my god. And before they played it, I was going like, Shandy, because I knew they were going to play it.
Of course.
Right?
Well, and I posted on Instagram, I put it in our story, and I told them that Pitney will cry if you don't play Shandy.
Yeah. And when I was screaming Shandy, the Gene guy smiled at me. And he looked at me and he like kind of pointed like, and then he gave me a guitar pick. Which is really awesome. But then before they played it, the guy that was playing Paul, this guy named Rich.
Yeah.
You know, he said, you know, you're going to hear some songs on, you know, in this show that you're not used to because we are doing an era of the band. Blah, 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 blah. You may not know some of these songs, yada, yada, yada. You know, because they were doing like a weird era.
Right.
And he was like, this song, about 2 weeks ago, I got an email from somebody that said they really wanted to hear this song, so now we are playing this song, and it's called Shandy. And I think I sent you a video of the intro to it.
You did.
Yeah.
The video's terrible, but the sound comes through good.
Yeah. And oh my god. And so when the show was over,
oh my god, my face hurts from smiling right now.
I had like, you know, sort of like leaned on the stage and I was like, Rich, and he was like, looked at me and was like, oh hey, like, you know, what the fuck? And I was like, I was the one that sent you the email about Shandy. And he was like, oh my god, that was you. And I was like, yeah. And he came and he shook my hand, he gave me a guitar pick, and yeah, it was fabulous.
God. Oh my god.
And they probably laughed about it. They're like, that big old queen that's so into Shandy,
oh my
you know?
God.
I mean, I'm sure it was affectionate, but
they obviously like Shandy because they're doing it. I mean, if they're not even doing Talk to Me.
I'd be willing to bet money that they had a laugh about it later.
Yes!
You know?
Oh my god.
Because I was screaming for the song. I emailed them about the song.
Oh my god.
I'm sure they had a laugh about it later.
I love it.
Good-naturedly. But yeah, that's good.
Oh my god.
But they were fucking awesome. It's like, Paul sounded like Paul, Ace sounded like Ace, Gene sounded like Gene. They were like dead fucking on. I mean, anybody can play the music and be accurate, right? But their voices were dead fucking on. Amazing.
I really miss going to see Kiss tribute bands. Because going to see Kiss is like going to see a bunch of old farts trying really hard, and it's like, okay, good for you guys, but can you let a bunch of hot young 20-year-olds do it now, because they have the energy to do what you used to do, and it's great. And I mean, I wouldn't have a problem with like if Gene and Paul wanted to be like franchising it out, you know, like
oh hell yeah,
take
I'd go.
like taking
yeah.
and like taking a cut from all the like sitting at home.
But I would
and
want it to be in clubs and theaters like it is now. Yeah.
Right. But like if
So
Gene
you
and Paul
can
want
get
to
up
sit
close.
at home and make money off of all the tribute bands because it's an officially
Oh fuck yeah, I'd go.
because imagine how much potentially better the costumes could be and how much better the pyro could be if it was like an officially licensed Kiss tribute band. I mean,
oh yeah, oh I would totally go.
I would
oh,
be
God,
I would
yeah.
be like, you know, there's no way they haven't talked about it. There's no way Gene hasn't thought of this idea. But honestly, I mean, that Spiro guy who was Gene in Alive.
In Alive, yeah,
we
he
saw
was
them.
awesome.
We saw them
yeah.
twice, and oh my God, I would. And for those of you, it's like if you were fans of that '70s show, the episode where Gene Simmons showed up in like this one episode, like Eric was having a dream, and then Gene Simmons showed up on the Brady Bunch Variety Hour and was singing something with, I don't know, Florence Henderson, or I don't remember what the fuck that was.
Yeah.
But that was Spiro. That was this guy Spiro who was in this Kiss tribute band. But that guy is fucking hot. First of all,
and he was awesome. He was
an amazing
Gene.
Gene.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, looking at him even up close, he looked exactly like him, which is weird because out of the makeup, he didn't look that much like him. But he looked identical to young Gene Simmons in the makeup. And he had all the movements down and the singing and everything. And although Alive's Paul was a little pale and pudgy, but he gave it everything he had, and he was very good.
Yeah, and the thing about this guy Rich from, you know, Mr. Speed.
Yeah.
Outside of the makeup, he's like old, half bald, nothing like Paul. But when he puts the wig and the makeup and the costume, he looks like Paul. And when he talks, he sounds nothing like Paul.
But when he's on stage, he does. He's got the Paul voice.
But God damn it, when he sings,
yeah.
and I mean, okay, so I'm biased, but I mean, my two examples are Shandy,
yeah,
but also Detroit Rock City.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you remember, Detroit Rock City on the Australian tour,
okay,
he sang it a little bit different. It was in a little bit different key. It was a little bit different.
I don't remember, but...
And when they opened with Detroit Rock City, it was that, but he sounds just like Paul.
Okay.
And I mean, like, you know, Love Gun, Come On and Love Me.
Yeah.
Sounds just like fucking Paul.
Oh my God.
But when he talks, when he's not Paul, he has this total, like, Massachusetts accent.
Oh, he doesn't do, like, the way Paul talks on stage?
Oh, he does.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But when he's talking as himself,
yeah,
he's totally this guy from Massachusetts.
Oh my God.
And it's fabulous.
Oh,
he reminded me of remember my old boyfriend Ed, that had that heavy Massachusetts accent?
Yeah.
That's how Rich sounds when he talks.
Oh, yeah.
But when he's on stage, he's totally Paul Stanley, and that's really awesome.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cute. Oh,
I wish you could have gone. You would have gone nuts with me. I was insane.
Oh,
I was screaming. Yeah. Oh, and I got to tell you, when they played I Was Made for Loving You, it was not this stupid shit that they do now to try to make it think like, oh, it was a hard rock song. It was never a disco song.
Right.
It was always a fucking disco song.
Yes, they were trying to cash in on the disco
When
thing.
Mr. Speed plays I Was Made for Loving You, they don't do this stupid shit that Kiss does when they play it.
They totally play it as a disco song.
They played it, and it sounded exactly like the fucking record.
Nice.
And that son of a bitch can hit those high tones.
Oh, yeah.
It was awesome, and they did New York. They did New York Groove.
Oh, yeah,
it was
baby.
it was just fabulous. It was fabulous.
Oh,
now, on their long shows, they actually do Talk to Me from Unmasked, which I would have been insane if they played that.
Aw.
The A song.
Do they do Torpedo Girl?
No, Kiss has never done that, unfortunately.
Aw, I love... Because Torpedo Girl is stupid, but I love it.
Yeah, because on that tour, they did... On that original tour, they did Is That You, Shandy,
Yeah.
Talk to Me. They did Naked City a couple times.
Oh, yes!
But anyway, this means nothing other than to you and me, but anyway.
There are 10 million stories.
I want them to do... I want to be like, okay, you need to come to clubs, and it needs to be 4 shows a week at one club, where you do the entire solo album of each member.
Not Peter's.
No, I was just going to say...
Not Peter's. Fuck
okay,
that.
I was going to see, like...
3 solo albums and The Elder.
100 people would come for Jane's. 500 people would come for Paul's. 1,000 people would come for Ace's. And 10 people would come for Peter's.
But those would just be completists. Those would just be people like the worst person in the world who were like, well, you know, I'm a collector.
Because, God damn it, that album sucks.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's painful. I mean,
And, you know,
I own it,
yeah.
but I've never
listening to all the Kiss podcasts I listen to, there's been talk of Peter recently. And a few nights ago, I was like, well, I'm going to put the Peter solo album on. Because I loved it when it came out, because I was a kid, and I loved it, and I listened to it, and I knew all the words to the songs, and I remember passionately saying, you know, I can't stop the rain, here it comes again. And I just thought it was fabulous, because it was a member of Kiss, right?
Okay.
Listening to it again, oh yeah, total shit. Total shit.
I've never really listened to, I maybe have listened to a song, maybe. I don't know. I don't remember. I own it. I have it. It's over there.
Because I remember the song, I Can't Stop the Rain, it used to make me cry when I was like 11. Because it was so heartfelt.
Oh, God.
You know, I can't stop the rain, here it comes again, because lightning only blinds mice.
What? No, that's not what it is. Is it?
I think that's what it is.
It would be really weird if that's not... I mean, whether it is or not. Okay,
it might be lightning only blinds my eyes, maybe, probably. But I swear when I was a kid, I would be in tears, and because lightning only blinds mice.
I don't. Okay, hold on.
But yeah, that album sucks. Oh, do you know who Chris Jericho is?
Yes.
Anyway, you know, he's big into, he does a lot of stuff with Shout It Out Loud cast and a lot of Kiss stuff. Yeah. And he had done something about Psycho Circus, right? And I responded to him, about something that he said about Psycho Circus.
It's lightning only blinds my eyes. It's my eyes.
My eyes. Okay. But I used to sing this line, they don't leave lines, mice. Oh, but anyway, so like Chris Jericho. So he's talking about how fucking horrible that goddamn Peter Criss song is on Psycho Circus.
Oh, God. Yeah.
And I it's like escaping me. The title of it is escaping me right now. I don't know,
but it's horrible. It's the song I skip. That's what it's called.
But I wrote to him, and I told him, I was like, I bought that album the day it came out on vinyl, which, remember, I did.
Yeah.
I did. And I was like, remember, the Peter Criss song is the last track on side 2. And I told him I hated that song so much, I got a safety pin. And I completely obliterated the track on the LP so I would never have to hear it again. And he thought that was the most hilarious thing he'd ever heard. He was like, oh my God, that is unbelievable. I can't believe you really did that.
Oh my God.
And Chris Jericho apparently thought I'm fabulous because I did that.
Oh my God.
Nothing, what is it? Nothing matters but you, or what the fuck is the name of that? No, that's the Paul song. No, that's a good song.
I don't know. I only listened to a couple of songs.
Is it Nothing Matters? Oh, fuck.
It's not I finally found my way, is it?
I finally found my way to you. It's that song, yeah.
Okay. Oh, because Paul and Bob Ezrin wrote that.
Yeah, and Chris Jericho was so amused.
I love that.
He was like, that is unbelievable that you did that.
I love that you talked to Chris Jericho about
Yeah, and I just wrote back and I was like, 100% true.
That is so
because I did that.
Oh my God.
I hated that song, so I don't think... I love the Psycho Circus album. I really do.
I just
90% of it I love. But I don't think I've listened to that song more than 3 times. Because, well, I hate Peter anyway.
I think if I had it on vinyl, it would be different, because vinyl, it's easier to listen to like a whole side of an album. Because that's how it's meant to be listened to. But, like, I tend to only listen to... Well, like, now, I don't even get the CD out and listen to a CD anymore, because that's very rare.
Oh, yeah.
So, I have, like, a Kiss playlist on my phone, and there's only 2 songs from Psycho Circus on that whole playlist.
Oh. Well, what do you have from Look It Up?
I bet you can guess which 2 songs from Psycho Circus are on there. I know one of them you'll have no trouble guessing.
Oh my God, I don't know, because if it was me, it would be Into the Void.
I'm not asking for yours.
And We Are One.
I'm asking you what if I was going to pick one song, what one song off of Psycho Circus would I have picked?
I would think We Are One.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
And the other one is Razor Glasses.
Oh, I love that one.
That is my, for a while, that was my, like, when I was doing a lot of, job interviews and stuff, when I'd be, like, driving across town to go interview for a job or whatever, that was my psych myself up to get ready for,
I fucking love that song.
That song is fantastic. It's perfect.
And for me, like, when I would listen to it, I would always think of somehow Paul in a titty bar. And I would always think, rather than Raise Your Glasses, I was always imagining him singing, tap those asses, tap those asses.
Well, just Raise Your Asses would be fine.
But that's my perverse mind. Do you remember, was it the Kiss Cruise last year or the year before, where we both watched the video of them singing We Are One? It made me cry.
You're saying we both watched it?
No, I sent it to you, or you sent it to me. We both did see it at separate times, but I remember us talking about it. And that fucking made me cry. Like, Gene singing We Are One.
I mean, I was just really floored that they performed
did
that
it.
song live.
And Gene was actually sincere about it. He wasn't being an ass. He was
that's the thing about that song, is that song is so...
Yeah.
See, that's why I wanted them to fucking retire, because that song is a thank you goodnight song.
Yeah.
That song is you know what? This has been a great ride. We really appreciate you all. This has been fun. I'm gonna go sit down and be an old man now. That's what that song is. And it's like I can't believe how fucking long ago that was.
I know. People,
that was, 20 years ago?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And people don't understand Kiss fandom. It's not like being an AC/DC fan. It's not like being a Led Zeppelin fan. It's not like being an REO Speedwagon, whatever the fuck. It's not like being a Madonna fan. It's like being a Kiss fan is a community. It's a movement.
Well...
And it's like a thing, and I feel like Kiss going on so long is almost bastardizing that.
Yeah, it kind of feels like, I mean, I don't want to say like taking advantage of the goodwill of all the people who've
but being a Kiss fan it's like a fucking community, or it used to be.
Because it feels wrong. Like, how many times
the real fans?
How many times have they been literally down the road from my house?
Oh, I know.
And I won't even consider. I won't even go. Yeah, I'll just go get a ticket and I'll just go down there and see them. It's like, no, I'm not going. I am not supporting the fact that they're still fucking touring, because it makes me angry.
Well, you know how to spot a true Kiss fan. Do you have the non-makeup albums? And if they say no, fuck off, you're not a fan. Fuck off, you're pretending it's the 70s, you're not a fan, eat shit. Write Gene a check and fuck off because you're not a fan.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of litmus tests that I'm not gonna pass. But, like, I have them. But do I listen to them?
I know, but you love Revenge. That counts.
I love Revenge. I love Crazy Nights.
Yeah,
that
counts.
That's all.
That counts.
You have Animal
All Night. All Night.
What album's that on?
Asylum.
Is it? Okay. I mean, I think I have Asylum.
Yeah,
I'd
you love All Night.
I love All Night. All Night.
Yeah.
All Night.
See, therefore you're... But I mean, these other people, like, what do you... They're not Kiss fans. They need to fuck off.
But then again, I was not aware that after, like, between Lick It Up and then you moved to Texas and they were coming out with an album, and I said, Kiss is still making albums?
Oh, yeah.
And you were like, of course they are. What are you talking about? And people like The Worst Person in the World is like, they've been having hit albums? They've been... this was a hit. This was a hit. He was always saying everything was a hit. And it's like, you have a weird definition of hit.
Well, it kind of, sort of was, but not really.
It was a hit with the
Yeah.
10. If you only have to, sell 100 copies, then it was a hit.
I mean, I remember, like,
as long as
Tears
one
Are
person
Falling,
bought it, it was a hit.
And Who Wants to Be Lonely. They were played a lot at MTV. But that still didn't mean that they were not,
Like on Headbangers Ball?
Yeah, exactly.
But
It's still not a big thing.
But does
No,
that mean...
No.
Yeah, but that's...
No.
But does that mean that someone was buying the record? Does that translate into anything? Does it translate into money? I mean, I don't know what...
And
I don't
that
know what
is
that means.
why I am proud of being a lifelong Kiss fan, because in San Jose, the only people that bought those albums were me and Trisha.
Pretty much.
Nobody else bought. And I remember, not Lick It Up, but I remember Animalize, Asylum, and Crazy Nights. I went to Tower Records and I bought those 3 albums the day they were released.
Oh my god.
And not Animalize, but Crazy Nights and Asylum. I bought the cassette and the LP. So I would have the LP at home and I could play the cassette in the car.
Of course. And on the Walkman when you're walking around.
I bought those 3 albums. No, now that I think about it. No, now that I think about it. I bought Hot in the Shade the day it came out, too. On cassette.
Cassettes.
Because I remember
On
I was living in
cassette.
Santa Cruz.
Cassette.
When I was in college. And I went to this friend of mine. Can't remember her name to save my life. But I remember I went to her house and I put the cassette on. And Rise to It came on. And her roommate came out.
Rise to It.
Her roommate came out and he was like, "Is this the new Kiss album?"
Oh my god.
Because he totally recognized Paul's voice.
Oh my god.
And I was like, yes it is. It just came out. And that was so cool. And he was not even really a Kiss fan.
But his voice had
changed. He totally
changed.
recognized Paul's voice, and I
Yeah.
said, yes, this is the new Kiss album. Isn't that fabulous?
Oh my god. Because he sounded the same.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, Rise to It. Oh,
That's a damn good song.
that song's so cute. It's naughty.
Well, all their songs are naughty.
Well,
oh my
sure.
god.
All the good ones anyway.
Hey there, I'm Tara.
And I'm Jessica, and together we co-host the podcast 3 Spooked Girls.
If you love the paranormal,
Or murder.
join us on Mondays for full-length episodes where we discuss our favorite paranormal stories and true crime cases.
And join us again on Thursdays for our mini-sodes called Stabby Snippets, where we tell you all about true crimes happening in the news.
You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Podbean, Spotify, wherever the hell else you listen to your pods at. You can also find us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook by using the handle @3SpookedGirls.
Come and hang out with us and get your spooky on while we scare the hell out of you.
The 3 Spooked Girls.
So, Amelia,
Yes, dear.
like, what is bitching right now with you?
Oh my god, it's so exciting, and I know you don't know about this, and I know you will be thrilled to hear about
Like,
it.
oh my god.
Oh my god.
Okay.
So, I'm not sure by the time this goes out, I'm not sure if they'll still be at number 1, but it will have it happened anyway, even if it hasn't continued. So, at the moment, the number 1 album on iTunes or Apple's album chart, Christian music album chart, And I believe also the number one single is being held by a drag queen.
Oh my God! By the God,
You're so excited.
The goddamn Christian single.
Yes, because
oh, how fabulous!
Because this singer and former worship leader Derek Webb did a collaboration with a drag queen named Flamey Grant.
Fabulous! Ah! Fabulous.
Who I have been following Flamey Grant for at least a year. Flamey Grant is an ex-evangelical. She's fantastic. I love her. She's
but she's still
adorable.
Christian.
She is.
Fabulous. Fabulous.
And
okay. Anyway, yeah. Fabulous.
I don't know how. Okay. I don't know how or when she met Derek Webb, but they started collaborating and they did this song called Good Day. And in the video, I highly recommend everyone look for it. Over the course of the video, she puts Derek in drag, and at the end of the song, they are both in drag and performing together, singing together in drag, and it's fucking fantastic.
Now, is he a Christian performer too, or is he just like a pop singer?
He is. He used to be a big worship leader, but he is still a Christian performer.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
So he's still a Christian, like a Christian music kind of guy. Okay, no, that is awesome. I mean, I'm sure they're getting a bunch of backlash for it, and good
what's
for
funny,
them for doing it.
What's funny is that a big part of what helped it to become number one was this guy, Sean. I'm just going to pronounce his last name Fucked, because I don't know how to pronounce it. Yeah. It's Feucht, but I'm going to pronounce it Fucked.
Fucked.
Sean Fucked.
Sounds like an asshole to me.
Oh, he is. He is a Trumpy piece of shit. He is a right-wing, Bible belty, Trumpy piece of shit. He saw that Derek Webb was, collaborating with an obvious, one of them, and he decided to call it out. And he was like, oh, the end goal of the deconstruction movement in the church. Look no further than Derek Webb. And, these are truly the last days. And Flamey Grant responded, end goal, baby, we're just getting started.
Good.
And so he's like, that asshole spreading that shit out, and everybody on Twitter thought it was so funny that everybody took his fucking tweet and spread it all around, and then everybody was like, people didn't know about it until he started talking about it. And
but
then
he's being mocked now, I hope.
I'm sorry?
He's being mocked now, I hope. Of
course! Everybody's going out and buying the record, and everybody's supporting Derek Webb and Flamey Grant, and it's amazing, and Flamey is just, I mean, she's still, people are coming for her, but she has spent years, kicking the shit out of people who've been coming for her.
And these fucking Christians,
She knows how awful these people are. This is why she does what she does. This is why she became a big out and proud ex-evangelical drag queen, for God's sake.
I just pray that Jesus comes again and takes all these fucking conservatives away, because you gotta know, when Jesus comes again, all these fucking conservative assholes are gonna die in one big lightning bolt. He's gonna be, you're a bunch of assholes!
Yep.
And who's gonna be left but the gays and the liberals and the trans?
Here, I'll read this nice paragraph here. This is from Flamey here.
I interact with trolls and negative people all the time online, but never somebody who has 100,000 followers and is known for being aggressive with some of his stances, says Flamey, whose offstage name is Matthew Blake, they, them. I definitely had a moment of pause where I was like, okay, queer people are legitimately under attack. Physically, our bodies are under attack in this country. There are fights breaking out outside of drag shows. But at the same time, it was just too good, because his point was, no one cares, no one listens to you, you're a non-entity, you're not going to make an impact. And just knowing what I know about the queer community and allies, I rolled the dice and placed my bet on that being dramatically wrong. And I think I won.
A fucking man.
And goddamn right you did. It was just... It's beautiful. It's fucking beautiful. It's like, in your fucking face, you piece of shit, Mr. Fucked.
Yeah, and I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Conservative Christians can eat shit.
Oh, they are shit salesmen. That's what they are. Absolute garbage. All right. Well, that is absolutely what is bitching to me this week.
Well, mine is not that exciting.
Well, it's not a competition.
But I'm going to tell you, okay, and I will say it because, the listeners are not having a visual, right? But my thing is, have you ever had something that, like, you really, really loved, and you didn't think you had it anymore, but then you found it?
Like it was, like,
and
in a pocket or something?
Really exciting. Yeah, have you ever
sure.
had that happen?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's like Christmas.
Okay, so I'm going to show a picture to you, and it's not going to mean anything but the listeners, but we'll describe it. I am showing Amelia a CD cover that this meant so much to me, and I know that Amelia knows what it is. It connects with her.
Okay.
But it's so esoteric and so bizarre that nobody else cared at the time other than us. Okay, so I'm going to show it to you. You ready?
I'm ready.
Do you recognize this?
Is that Kimaguri Orange Road?
Yes.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Do you remember this? The Kimaguri Orange Road soundtrack from the Kimaguri Orange Road movie?
Oh my god. I don't.
And remember
shocked
the
that I recognize
opening
it.
theme of it
Oh my god.
was a piano song.
Okay.
And remember, I used to listen to it over and over, and I remember you and me listening to it, and it moved us so much. It moved us to tears.
Oh my god.
I had no fucking clue that I still have this CD.
Oh my god.
Like, I had seen something online to remind me of this. And I actually went on YouTube to find that piano song.
Oh my god.
That was the opening theme for
Right.
Kimaguri Road, the movie. And I'm not ashamed to say I cried.
Oh my god.
Because, it's like, oh my god, it's like my past, and it was like such an emotional piece of music anyway. But then, when I was cleaning, I fucking found this CD.
Where the hell was it? I can't even imagine.
It was in a box of shit in my closet.
That's so weird, because you've moved so many times. Like, I can't imagine when the last time you saw it was.
Yeah, but...
Like, I can't remember you even having it.
Fucking... And it's so funny.
Like, the whole time you were in San Antonio, I can't remember you having it.
And it's so funny because when I was reminded of this, I actually looked on eBay, I looked on Amazon.
Right.
You can't get this.
I was going to say, that's so old.
You cannot get this.
Oh my god.
And I fucking found it.
Oh my god. Yeah,
So
because people don't talk about... That's not a thing people talk about anymore. Kimaguri Orange Road is nothing. People don't remember that.
That is my bitchin'. That is like,
Oh my God,
something that meant so much to me 25 years ago that's long out of print.
That's crazy. Oh my God.
And then I fucking found that I still have it. That's awesome.
Oh my God, that's so exciting.
Yeah.
Oh my God, now I'm wondering what the hell else was in that box.
Yeah.
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
Oh, nothing exciting. Yeah.
Oh my God. That's amazing.
Nothing exciting. I think other than in that box, there was like the CDs from like the Kiss box set.
Oh, that just got mixed up with other shit?
Just a bunch of shit. Yeah, no, nothing. Nothing exciting. Nothing.
That's crazy. Oh my Lord.
But yeah, I was like, oh my God, I didn't know. I mean, I remember that I had it.
Right.
Because remember, God, I had that back when me and were together.
Yeah, because you had that
So that's a
entire
long
shelf
fucking
unit
time
that was
ago.
nothing but anime stuff.
Yeah.
Whether
So
it
I was
DVDs and
shocked that
CDs
I
and
had
stuff.
it, but yeah, I was so excited.
Oh
So
my
anyway,
God. Oh my
that's
God.
what's bitchin' right now.
That's so bitchin'!
Kimigori Orange Road movie soundtrack from somewhere in the mid-90s.
Oh my God.
Late 90s.
Well, you know, we can't talk about Kimigori Orange Road without bringing up Verity Nosland.
Oh no, and I was just gonna say, Verity Nosland.
She always called it Orange Road.
Kimigori Orange Road, not Orange Road.
It's like, oh, is that your Orange Road CD? Were you listening to Orange Road?
Shut up, Verity.
I was going to ask you a question, though. Did you ever go to any other concerts at that county fair?
A long fucking time ago at the Santa Clara, I saw the Mamas and the Papas.
Oh my God. That would have had to have been a long time ago.
I saw the Mamas and the Papas, and I remember I was dating this guy, and he was my second boyfriend.
Oh God. So that would have
And
been a
oh
long
my
time ago.
God, he was so gorgeous, and I can still picture him now, and he was so fine, but I'm sure he's not now. But anyway, I had made friends with two of his girlfriends, right? And we broke up, and I was all depressed, and I called one of them up, and Jeff broke up with me. Well, come to the fair, and I went to go see the Mamas and the Papas with them.
With those girls. Okay.
And I became obsessed with the song. Go where you want to go, do what you want to do. I don't think I'd ever even heard that song before I went to the fair.
Really?
But that was fun. And the same day, Eddie Money was playing.
Oh God.
And you remember him, 2 Tickets to
Oh,
Paradise.
I know Eddie Money. I'm very familiar with Eddie Money.
I remember Eddie Money was playing that same day. And we didn't see him, but we saw the Mamas and the Papas.
Oh yeah. Now, when I was trying to remember what year it was. It was probably 81 or 82, maybe. Probably 81. But, although now that I think about it, it feels like the shirt that my sister had probably said 80. So God, it could have been 80. But, we saw Jan and Dean there.
Oh.
Back when, Jan and Dean started performing again after Jan had gotten rehabilitated enough from his accident, and he was able to kind of sing again, and they were touring with this band called the Bel Air Bandits, and that was fun because we had gotten into Jan and Dean because there was a TV movie with Richard Hatch and Bruce Davison about Jan and Dean.
Oh,
Which, of course, we watched because Richard Hatch was on Battlestar Galactica, and so we were very into Richard Hatch. And
oh yeah, and you went there to this with what, your older sister?
yeah.
Okay.
It was like the second. This was officially like the second concert I ever went to, because the first concert I ever went to was at the Kansas State Fair, and that was, of course, John Davidson, who would eventually become the host of the Hollywood Squares.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Oh my God, did your sister lift up her top and shake her tatas?
She didn't have any.
Ah!
She didn't really have any until she had kids. I was the only one who had tatas.
Did you lift up your top and shake your tatas?
Absolutely not.
And I knew you were going to say that. Hell no, girl.
It would have been a very, very, very long time. I would have been like 12
Oh, yeah.
in 1981. Like, absolutely not.
Oh, they probably would have loved it, though. Yeah.
In my maiden form bra. I dreamed I was a whore in my maiden form bra. But Jan and Dean were very cute. That was, you know, the main thing about Jan and Dean that they had over the Beach Boys, is that Jan and Dean were cute.
Yeah, and God, are they alive? Are they dead?
Jan is dead. Dean,
Okay.
I think, is still around, but very old. But Jan died maybe 20 years ago. He's been gone for a while. But I mean, his health was terrible after his car accident. You know, he was bad.
But yeah, there's fun things. So, you know, you go to county fairs and, you see some has-been actor or has-been acts, but they're good. Sometimes they're good.
Well, and then, you know, we can't forget when I traveled all the way to the Ohio State Fair to see Clay Aiken.
Oh, that's true. Yes, you did.
Which I absolutely did. And
Yes,
I
you
also
did.
saw, and I couldn't go all the way to the Ohio State Fair without going to see the butter cow, which is very exciting. In the Dairy Pavilion. Because the state...
I don't even know. Okay, I don't even know.
Because state fairs are about, like, livestock and shit.
Yeah.
And in the Dairy Pavilion, when you get into the Midwest, things like butter production is very, very...
Oh.
It's a big deal. And carving a giant block of butter into a life-size cow is a thing.
Wow.
And
that's kind of fabulous.
I was like, our friend Sella, who has been on an episode before, a long, long time ago. An episode when I was sick, and she did an episode with you. So I'll do a little shout out to Sella. I was in Ohio because she lived there then, and I was like, I cannot be at the Ohio State Fair and not see the butter cow. So you get me to the Dairy Pavilion. You know, it's like, yes, we are definitely here to see Clay Aiken, but first I have to see the butter cow. So we ran.
That's fabulous.
And not only, and it was beautiful. I gotta say, it was beautiful. It was like as gorgeous as a cow can be, and it's perfectly carved in butter.
Wow.
Like beautiful, creamy, yellow butter, and all the detail you can imagine in a cow. And in this big refrigerated pavilion, and it's behind glass. But not only did I see the butter cow, but because there was a special, like, centennial being celebrated that year, I also got to see a butter Lewis and Clark.
Wow.
Which was not nearly as exciting, but much funnier. I'm sure they were reasonable facsimiles of what Lewis and Clark looked like, I suppose.
You know, but I'm thinking that butter cow, because it's been exposed to the elements, so it's not eligible for food production, right?
Oh, it
You can't
probably
eat
still
it.
is. I mean, it's been kept refrigerated and everything.
I think it needs to be broken down into little things and sold as sexual lube for gay couples only.
But butter? That's
Yeah,
not sanitary. That's not.
Gay couples only. And then,
Isn't water-based lube better? Isn't that too fatty?
oh, water-based lube sucks, girl. You do 3 pumps and it dries out.
Does it?
I'm sorry, lube
I don't know.
sucks.
I don't know.
Anybody,
I've never needed lube myself, so I don't. I make my own
any
gravy.
gay guy, any gay person that doesn't like Vaseline is a liar. Because water-based lube sucks.
Or Crisco.
Or Crisco. Yeah, Crisco.
I
I've never
remember
used
the
Crisco, but that's
excitement
the old
on your
days.
face when you found out that Crisco came in sticks.
Yeah, that's the old days is Crisco, yes.
Crisco comes in sticks?
Oh my god, yes, Crisco. I'm sorry, Crisco, Vaseline, those are the only lubes. All this other shit is for, like, prude straight people,
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Thanks for listening. If you enjoy our show, please take a moment to rate and review us wherever you listen.
If you send us a screenshot of your review, we'll send you a Bitchin' Boutique sticker.
Everyone loves stickers.
stickers.
Please subscribe or add us to your favorites wherever you get your podcasts.
Subscribers get new episodes first and are also more attractive.
Drop us a line anytime at pitneyandamelia@gmail.com.
We'd love to hear from you.
I need to, write to the, Shout It Out Loudcast guys. And I need to be like, okay, you need to get with me. And we need to do an episode where we are talking about how filthy the Kiss lyrics are from back in the day and what they really mean.
Well, we're going to be doing an all Kiss episode in December, so that can be if we want to get with the Shout It Out Loud guys, we can.
I don't know, because they are such big stars. I don't know that they would do it, but that would be awesome.
You talk to them. You can talk to them. You know those
Yeah,
guys.
because I'd be like, wouldn't that be a fun thing to do? Let's talk about how filthy these lyrics are.
I don't know how many Kiss episodes we need to do, but we'll see. Woo-hoo.